everybody, my name is Jo and I love to read. Welcome back to my channel. Today my video is all about 6 months on from achieving a 0 TBR and how am I going, what's my book buying like, how am I feeling, all those kinds of questions I'm going to be answering. I am a little bit disappointed that I'm doing this kind of milestone video with this setup, but I guess future me will be glad that I've just quickly talked about this setup because we're renovating at the moment and so we've kind of got crap everywhere. I can't get close enough to my bookshelves because there is a TV unit in the way. I have a couch here. I have a lovely, beautiful looking mattress here. It's just all a bit all over the place and I'm not super excited with my backdrop, but that's just the way that my life is going at the moment. I'll like the slice of life in the future, just present me is like annoying. It's actually been 7 months since I finished my 0 TBR, but I liked the clickbaity and the roundness of saying 6 months being half a year. And most of these feelings I've kind of had, well, like it's a 6 months roundup. How have I felt over the 6 months? So I went back and watched my original TBR, my original video when I finished my TBR. I'll leave a link down below if you haven't seen that. And at that point, I wasn't feeling as free and excited as I thought I was going to be when I was imagining finishing my TBR while I was reading it down. I felt a bit guilty buying books. It wasn't as fun. Honestly, it's still not as fun having a small TBR, and that's because I think I've taken in books quicker than I really should have in the excitement of finishing. I could buy books again, and so I was less guarded. I've given myself that ability back, and then trying to check it was a bit hard. So my current TBR, I'll insert a picture because you're far away from it at the moment, but it's up here. I'm averaging 1 book a month being read, so it's going to take me an entire year. And I don't have good feelings about that. I'm still glad that I haven't skyrocketed back up to 50 or something like that. I've been able to rein myself in. A lot of those are either borrowed books or some family histories. Not a lot of them are bought. But the rate that I've taken them in, I'm not really happy with. I'm hoping that I can get close to 0 again, maybe around about 3, but I'm not really sure how to proceed or how to, like, I haven't felt like I've settled into my ultimate reading buying pattern life amount. How does one be a mood reader but not have a giant TBR but live in like a small town where if I want to get a specific book then I've got to get it shipped and that takes time? And what if I finish the current book that I'm reading? All of these things are just making it really difficult to have kind of felt like I'm at a stasis point, but I can't even experiment that with that at the moment because I've got so many books again to read. I have been okay with purchasing a book if I'm going to read it straight away, but now I'm a little bit wary as to what I define as straight away, because when I was reading my previous book before the one that I'm reading right now, I decided to purchase a book called The Sisters of Reckoning by Charlotte Nicole Davis. I was in the mood, I was feeling like it, I was really keen, and I bought it earlier than when I bought it while I was still reading that book so that it would have time to get here. And it got here and I was still a week, maybe 2 weeks away from finishing my current book. And by the time that I ended up finishing it, I no longer felt like I wanted to read The Sisters of Reckoning. So I picked up another book instead. Now, this morning and the night before, I had a really big craving to pick up the next A Song of Ice and Fire book by George R. R. Martin. And I haven't bought it yet, which is good. Because I was feeling a bit meh about the book that I'm currently reading. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll DNF it. Maybe I'll go buy Blood and Gold, which is the next Song of Ice and Fire. And I was pretty confident that being as popular as it was, I'd be able to find it in my secondhand bookstore. But come lunch, I was feeling a bit more positive about my current read, wanting to give it another chance. And I was not feeling quite as eager and desperate to read Blood and Gold. So I didn't buy it, and I'm really glad. And I just felt like I was asking myself lots of questions. Do you feel positive about buying it? Do you actually want to buy it? You were so excited this morning, but now you're not. So why buy it if you're not sure? You can always get it like the next day or the day after that, that kind of thing. I'm just not sure how my mood is going to hold And I don't like that. But I'm not at the point where I can get to that sweet spot of knowing roughly when to buy things in relation to when I'm going to read them. Because I have all of this that I have to get through again. And I don't want to say that I hate it. I'm just not loving it. And because it's also a mix of books that I'm not, like, I've borrowed them because people have offered them to me, or their family histories, or whatnot, I'm not in love with all of them. I'm not in love with a lot of them. I'm not super excited. It's not like they're a really hyped book on BookTube or anything like that. I don't have anybody else for me to bounce my excitement off, and so when my mood wanes, it's gone. So here's my quick little catch up, just tell you guys how I'm feeling, and I just need to get these books read. I'm still happy to buy something, provided I'm gonna be reading it straight away. That's okay. I'm just a little bit dubious as to what straight away means and how soon I should be buying it, and if my mood's gonna hold, and whether I can look at those books and think, is there something else that you feel in the mood from here? So that's how I'm going. How is everybody else feeling with their TBRs? If you finished your TBR down to 0, have you experienced a similar thing? Are you a mood reader? How do you guys balance like mood reading with book purchasing and all those things? Thanks everybody so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!